cosa no empezó ahora, sino que la verdad que viene de cierto tiempo atrás. Yo lo he hablado con él en varias ocasiones y él está de acuerdo conmigo. Pero ya tú sabes, tan bondadoso, tan generoso, confía tanto en la gente. De modo que yo espero que ahora la cosa salga bien, porque la verdad es que necesitamos esos chavos.
Ay, papi, I'm so worried. We've never, ever had to take out a loan like that. And it's so much money. Are you sure all that much money is needed?
Well, it's a working capital loan, mija. As long as we are asking, we better ask for a comfortable amount. Otherwise, we might go into a slow period in the travel agency and then we would find ourselves in real trouble. As we say in Spanish, nos quedaremos sin la soga y sin la cabra.
How do you translate that?
What?
Que nos quedaremos sin la soga y sin la cabra.
Well, sometimes proverbs are very hard to translate.
Well, try.
Let me see. Literally translated, it would go, we would end up without the wolf and without the goat.
What?
Well, you see, in the old times, mucha gente en las montañas en Puerto Rico poseía su propia cabra, la cual amarraban con una soga, ¿ves? Well, here I go again. Once upon a time, so the story goes, a man went over to his neighbor to ask to borrow a rope. Sin embargo, la única soga que tenía el vecino, él la usaba para amarrar su propia cabra. However, he was a very giving, kind man. Y le prestó la soga al señor, que la necesitaba de momento. But it so happened that he never returned the rope. So, next day, someone opened the door and the goat ran wildly away. De manera que el vecino que había prestado la soga, he was without the rope and without the goat. So, he ended sin la soga y sin la cabra.
So what does that have to do with Papi and the travel agency?
That's a good question. Voy a tratar de explicar. Well, suppose that the travel agency that your father owns is the goat. See, just suppose. And suppose that the tickets that he sells, you know, vuela ahora y paga después, fly now, pay later. Suppose that those tickets are the road. And suppose, further on, that the people don't pay for those tickets that they buy on credit. So your father, who, like the man in my story, is a very giving, kind, soft-hearted man, will end up without his travel agency because he would lose it. So he will end up without the tickets and without the travel agency.
Sin la soga y sin la cabra.
That's it. Qué lista esta nietecita linda mía. Bueno, me voy abajo a atender la agencia because, you know, el ojo del amo engorda el caballo.
¿Qué?
Oh, the eye of the master fattens the horse. You explain that one to her, huh?
Mommy, why does abuelo speak in riddles?
They're not riddles, Nana. They're proverbs, you know. Sayings.
We sure have a lot.
We sure do.
Mommy,
¿Qué, mija?
are we in trouble?
What do you mean?
Well, are we gonna be poor?
Oh, no, nena. No. Tu papá trabaja mucho y siempre se ocupará de que nunca nos falte nada.
I know he works hard, but all this talk about money and a loan. Mami, ¿qué pasa?
Bueno, lo que pasa es que tu papá, por ayudar a la gente de por aquí, les ha vendido fiado mucho ticket. Y como la gente no le ha pagado, él ha tenido que pagar los tickets de su bolsillo.
But why does he give it to them if they're not going to pay him?
Delia, the economy, the way things are now, is very bad. People are losing jobs left and right. When the people bought those tickets on credit, they assumed that they would be able to pay. But things happen, you know, problems. And then they find themselves in a position where they can't pay. They fall behind their payments to Papi. And since the airlines don't wait, your father has had to put up the money himself.
Leaving him without the rope and without the goat.
Yeah, but we haven't lost the goat yet. Y por eso es que tu papá fue al banco hoy, para pedir un préstamo mientras se mejoran las cosas.
Do you think he'll get the loan at the bank?
I hope so. Hola, mi amor, ¿cómo te fue en el banco?
¿Oh?
¿Que cómo te fue en el banco?
Oh, en el banco. Bien, bastante bien.
¿Estás seguro?
Claro que estoy seguro. ¿Qué pasa?
Nana, why don't you go into your room and study now?
Oh, Mommy, I already have my book set up here.
No, wait. Listen, young lady. When your mother tells you to do something, you just do it. And no questions asked.
But, Papi...
Don't go, papi. El muchacho vuelve loco a cualquiera.
Hi, Angel.
Angel, not Angel.
Sorry, Angel.
That's better.
What are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing?
Gee, you're touchy today.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm mopping the place for Pop. I want the place to look clean, in case some people from the bank come over.
What bank?
I don't know, but Pop was getting some money from a bank, and he wants me to keep the place clean and tidy, in case Mr. Donovan comes over.
Donovan? Hey, my uncle's a banker. His name is Donovan. He's my mother's brother. We're gonna go eat there tonight.
Hey, ask him if Pop's gonna get the loan. Do you think he'll tell you?
I doubt it, but I'll ask him anyway.
Gee, thanks. You're a real pal. You might not be bad as a brother-in-law.
Oh, brother.
Hey! Haven't you forgotten something?
What?
Don't you want to know where Delia is?
I don't want to get involved. You know, at my age.
Sure.
See ya.
Okay, bye. Involved? Envuelto? I gotta ask Papa about that one.
Don't you worry about having to walk through that neighborhood at night. It's pretty dangerous, isn't it?
For heaven's sake, Pat, it isn't any more dangerous than any of the other neighborhoods around the city. As a matter of fact, sometimes I feel a lot safer. The people in the neighborhood are kind and helpful. They go out of their way to make me feel comfortable. As a matter of fact, Bobby's very friendly with a lovely Puerto Rican family who lives close to the Salvation Army building.
They're really great. Mr. Blanco lets me help in his travel agency sometimes.
What was that name again?
Blanco. Luis Blanco. He's really a fine gentleman.
Well, he may be a fine gentleman, but he certainly is a bad businessman.
Ted.
I'm not kidding, Pat. He's applied for a working capital loan at our bank. You should see his statements. He extends credit to people who have no business even thinking of traveling.
Is he going to get the loan?
I don't think so, Bobby. It would be too risky. The man is too much in a hole.
Isn't there anything you can do? What about the Small Business Administration?
The SBA? Ha! It would be a waste of time for us to prepare any kind of packet. No, I'm afraid not. Now, if you would excuse me, I don't want to miss the sports on the TV news.
What's going to happen to them, Mom?
I don't know, Bobby. I don't know.
Debe ser simplemente una investigación sobre la línea de crédito establecida por mí durante los años que he estado operando. Y claro, las referencias de crédito, que son la garantía de ello. Anyway, once we do get the loan, we'll have nothing to worry about.
Pero tendrás que cambiar alguno de tus métodos. No more nice guy.
No se preocupe, don Manuel. Yo le prometo seguir su consejo. From now on, I will change my operational methods.
As we say in Puerto Rico,
Uh-oh, here we go again.
marineritos sobre cubierta.
Little sailors on deck.
That means cash on hand. No more credit to anyone.
What do sailors have to do with money?
Don't worry. Abuelo's sayings always have meaning.
You see, Angel, in the days when Spain ruled over Puerto Rico, any ship that entered its harbor would have to have all the sailors on deck to salute the flags at El Morro Castle. No ship was allowed unless all the sailors were visible on deck. So now the phrase marineritos sobre cubierta, sailors on deck, is used when speaking of money. Unless the money is visible, ready at hand, on deck, no deals can be made. Get it?
I guess so. Are we going to be rich and famous when you get the loan?
Bueno, Ángel, ni ricos ni famosos, pero por lo menos con menos problemas. ¿Eh? Así es que, sin problemas a la vista, ¿qué tal si comemos? 5 de Don Ernesto Flores, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Con Aurelio Serrano García, 138.
Ajá.
Julia Mercado Rivera,
Sí.
98,75.
Sí.
¿Puede coger el teléfono, por favor, don Manuel?
Oh, sí, sí. Hello? Yes, sir. ¿Cómo? It's the man from the airline. ¿Aló? ¿Cómo dijo? Mire, me no speak English, ¿sabe?
No, don Manuel, espérese. Yo lo tomo. Hello. Yes, this is Luis Blanco speaking. Well, I'm sorry, my father-in-law sometimes forgets that he can speak English. Yes, I'm taking care of that. I know, sir, but we do have quite a few receivables outstanding, and in addition to that, I'm asking for a working capital loan from the local bank, so I won't have to worry about keeping up to date with the airlines. Yes, sir, I understand that. All I ask of you is to please bear with me. I will do that. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. And good day to you. And what, may I ask, are you up to, Angel?
I'm cleaning the place up in case the people from the bank come over.
Well, I appreciate what you're trying to do, Angel, but you see, today is Saturday, and no one from the bank is going to walk through that door on a Saturday.
Por si acaso.
Mira, Luis, no te desanimes. Tú sabes que no hay mal que por bien no venga.
Pero, lo único que digo es que Dios quiera que su boca diga la verdad.
Usted me tiene hablando de la misma manera que usted habla. ¿Se ha dado cuenta?
Hello, Bobby.
Hi.
Did you have dinner with your uncle last night?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Is he my father's bankman?
I'm afraid so.
Well?
Hey. Hey. What's going on here? ¿Qué pasa? What's the matter, Bobby?
Bobby had dinner with your bankman last night.
With Mr. Donovan?
He's my uncle. My mother's brother.
Say, that's quite a coincidence, huh? So? ¿Qué pasó? What happened?
Oh, Mr. Blanco, I'm really sorry.
Hey, take it easy. Take it easy. What's happening?
He doesn't think you're a very good businessman. I don't think you're going to get the loan, Mr. Blanco.
¿Qué va a pasar, papi?
Hello, everybody. The champ is here.
Hi. Chegüi.
What's happening? Angelito, ¿qué pasó?
Que no ha podido llegar a peor hora.
¿Qué pasó?
Pues aquí el yerno mío que tiene un corazón más grande que todo Puerto Rico. Y le abre crédito a todo el mundo, ¿ves? Tenga o no tenga. Y ahora estamos metidos en un tremendo lío porque hay muchísima gente que le debe y que a lo mejor ni le pueden pagar. Pues así que decidimos recurrir a un préstamo en el banco, a uno que queda aquí cerca precisamente. Bueno, resulta que Bobby, el amigo de Ángel, da la casualidad que es sobrino del gerente del banco donde hicimos la solicitud. Y sucede que la noche fue con su mamá, que es hermana del gerente, ¿ves? A comer en casa del tío. Y parece que oyó una conversación de la cual se deduce claramente que no nos van a conceder el préstamo.
Hello. I'm José Torres.
Are you by any chance the boxer?
The boxer? Yo, man. You are talking to the former light heavyweight champion of the world, Mr. José Chegüi Torres.
And he's also a famous writer. ¿Verdad que sí, Chegüi?
Well, I don't know about that famous bit, but I do write. Anyhow, you seem to have the bad news on here. What happened? ¿Qué pasó?
Well, yesterday, I came in here and Angel was mopping the floor. And he said how his father was going
Hello? Yes? Yes, just a minute, please. Ted, dear, it's for you.
Oh, who is it?
It's a foreign-sounding name. He says it's important.
Look, I won't take any calls on the weekend. Get his name and I'll talk to him on Monday.
Hello, I'm sorry, but what is your name again, please? Yes.
Ted, he says his name is José Torres. He insists on talking to you.
Jose Torres? That can't be. Why would he be calling me?
He's waiting.
Guess I'll never find out otherwise. Hello? Yes. Yeah, this is he. Mr. Torres? Right, I've been handling Mr. Blanco's application. Well, listen, Mr. Torres, can't we discuss this on Monday? I was going to call Mr. Blanco anyway with our answer on Monday. I'm afraid I can't discuss that with you, sir. Well, if you're that interested, why don't you call me during office hours when you return from Washington? Mr. Torres, might I ask what your interest is? Are you his accountant or something? Oh. Honey, it's José Torres.
That's what I said.
Yes, sure. I understand. Honey, give me the Ring Encyclopedia. There, on the shelf. Yeah, no, I understand. Well, I admit I never quite thought of it that way before. Well, that puts a different light on the whole thing. Yes, Mr. Torres. This afternoon. Why, sure, great. I'd love to have you over. That way we can discuss the whole thing at length. 2 o'clock. Well, fine. Maybe we'll have time to discuss your Pastrano fight, huh? Yeah, well, look, that'd be great. Listen, all right, we'll see you then. Okay, bye, champ. Honey, that's José Torres. He's coming here. In my house. I can't believe it.
José Torres? Who is he?
Honey, José Torres was one of the greatest boxing champions we've ever had.
We? Isn't he Spanish?
Well, he's Puerto Rican, so it's almost like being an American.
I wouldn't say that around him if I were you.
Oh, honey, listen, can you make some dips or something this afternoon, okay? Hello, Joe? Yeah, it's Ted. Hey, what are you doing this afternoon? Well, can you come over? Well, guess who I'm having over for a few drinks this afternoon?
Why is it taking them so long? They've been over there over 5 hours.
Well, don't worry. The longer they stay in there, the better it is.
I hope everything turns out all right.
It will.
I'm not so sure.
Mira, mija, no te preocupes tanto. Con Chegüi ya tú verás que todo se arregla.
Hello, everybody. Wait till you hear this. The winner and still champion of the Puerto Rican, José Luis Chegüi Torres.
Cuéntanos.
Wait till you listen. Espera, siéntate aquí, por favor, siéntate. Everything is going to be fine. We got it. We made it. Todo va a salir bien. The bank will write the proposal to the Small Business Administration, and with Chegüi's influence and the people that Chegüi knows in that office, everything will be fine. We are getting the loan. What do you think? Isn't that great, honey?
Pero claro, hombre.
Dottie, okay? What's the matter, Dottie?
It's rotten.
What?
It's rotten.
What do you mean?
It's a rotten system.
You know how hard I have to work to get things done around here? If I had Chegüi, then all of the doors would just open up for me. Look how easy it was for him to get you a loan.
It wasn't easy, Doris. It wasn't easy. It took me 3 long hours of listening to Mr. Donovan's boxing exploits while in college.
I guess I should be happy. After all, we are getting the loan. Everything is going to be all right.
Then why so sad? Come on, alégrate, chica. Vamos a alegrarnos.
No, Chegüi. It's a shame that we couldn't have done it without your help. Mind you, I'm not begrudging your help or your influence. I really appreciate it.
Of course we appreciate it. We would have never done it without him.
No, wait. I know what Doris means. Listen, Doris. Luis could have done it without my help. It would have taken a little longer, but sooner or later, the SBA had to help.
No, you're just saying...
Wait. It is good that I can use my influence. And I'm glad and proud that my prominence is of help to the Puerto Rican people. That's what it's all about. I mean, people, those of us who made it big, who have made it big and been lucky to make it big, should help those less fortunate. Come on, you all know me. Now, I always have the same ideas and philosophies. My ideas and philosophies has always been the same, long before I became champion of the world. The difference now is that as champion of the world, people listen to me. Important people. People who won't pay a bit of attention to a black Puerto Rican from Playa de Ponce. But I use that influence. And like my good friend Muhammad Ali said, I pay the rent on the space that I occupy on this earth.
Chegüi, why don't you make the rounds with me at the welfare office, the unemployment office? Come visit the slumlords with me. Together, maybe we can change a lot of things.
How about next Monday?
It's a...